what I'm going to do in this session, we are just going to make the CRUD operation with REST API. So please, 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 if I'm moving fast, right, don't be shy, ask questions, stop me, right? So agenda is we are going to design the REST API for entity credit card, but you can do for anything, right? You can do for employee, you can do for the customer, right? You can do for the mobile. It is up to you, right? So I'm going to do for credit card. It's okay with you? Credit card. And I'll make it simple. Name you can give anything, right? Credit card. Any question query? No question query. Here you have option of packaging. You can make jar and war. Your question is when jar, when war, right? If you are making your API means you are designing a feature in a such a way so that it can expose JSON data. Then you can do packaging as a jar. But if you want to make a web project where you want to serve very nice user interface to the end user, then you can make war. It's clear or not? REST API can be deployed as a jar only, or it can be deployed as a war also. Any guess?
Or also
Jar, war, both. You can deploy it, right? So why I'm not using war? Because I am not interested in
Good
content
user
in
interface.
this. I'm not interested in user interface, right? I don't need GSP, timely, velocity, I don't need those kind of things. That's why I'm making as a jar. It's clear? What is the name and description? You can give, this is your project name, but you can give nice name to your project. Description, you can give some description about your project. What is your parent project? I will teach you soon multi-module project, right? In that you will understand the funda of parent project and child project. So this is in my agenda. Clear? So on this screen, there is nothing to explain. Everything is explained here. Finish. My dear friend, another thing is, you should bother about POM. So if you allow to me, right, POM I can copy from my other project. Clear? In my other project, already I have added dependency for Spring Boot and Spring Data JPA. You have to say yes, right? So how much you have to copy? You can copy from the parent, right? You have to be smart. Copy from the parent and come to your project. You see my style of the copying, man? Copying from the parent. Mhm. And you see there I copied from the version, right? So you can replace the other part of it. Anybody have any question, query, copy paste? No, right? So I need to design my REST API, right? And after it, it's showing 1.5. So please go over here and do the first thing. After updating your POM, don't forget to update your project. Anybody have any question, query? Please, any question, query if you have?
So far,
Still
no.
clear.
So
Still
far,
clear.
good.
Yeah.
Good,
Still
good.
good.
So today we are good at all. Now question is you have to make this flow, right? Let me make a diagram for it. You want to make this flow. There would be a database, and of course we are going to use MySQL, but you can use any database, doesn't matter. I'm using Spring Data JPA, so I should bother about the database? No, at all, because my design will make my project database independent. So the first layer which I want to introduce over here is repository. Hmm? The repository I will design using which technology? Who will tell me? Spring Data JPA. Oh my God. Spring Data JPA is only a technique to talk to database in Java, or we have other technique also?
We have technical.
We have
The
other technique also. You can use
Hyper
plain JDBC programming. Yeah, agree. You can use Hibernate.
network.
Yeah. Or you can use anything, man. You can use Spring JDBC. You can use plain JDBC. You can use Hibernate. You can use JPA Hibernate also. And Spring Data JPA. Oh my God, many things. Which one is the latest one?
Spring Data
Spring.
JPA.
When you go to the industry, you tell me which technology you are going to use. Answer is
Spring Data GP.
Data GP.
no. Answer is don't know, because you are going to work only for money, not for technology, right? Yes or no? Like here we are not in
Yeah.
that situation. Yes or no? You may be saying, hey, can you give me the job? Right? I'm not looking for the particular technology, right? But once you get the experience, then you can be choosy. Hmm? Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's design this part, and you allow me, right? For that, you have to do certain setting, right? First thing, if you want to use Spring Data JPA, please, yes, no. You have to add a jar in the POM, especially for this feature, right? So in POM, sorry, open the wrong POM, a POM. I know I'm moving fast because you know the thing. Which jar, which jar? This is common jar, man. This jar is used for any guess? Design REST API. But this jar is used for Spring Data JPA. If anybody has any question, query, please let me know. Hmm? And somebody saying, again, this is not only jar. You have to add one more jar, MySQL connector. Anybody have any question, query? Huh? No,
Nope.
yes. Okay. After it, you have to go to the application.property file. What is the application.property file? This is the main file for Spring Boot. This is the file which is used to provide input to Spring Boot project.
Megan, I
Property.
have a quick question. Are there jars in the industry that we don't know? I mean, too many?
Again?
I say, are there some like in the industry? Are there jars that we don't know? We never heard of it.
Exactly. N number of jars are there. Nobody can remember it. Once it come on the way, we'll learn it. Okay.
Okay.
The property file and YAML file, both are same. Either you can use property file or you can use YAML file. Both are the different format to provide the input to the Spring Boot project. Nice. And in this file, you have to do some configuration. Like you need to mention which kind of database you are using, what is the URL, what is the username, password, driver, etc. So you want to make YAML file or property file? Choice is in your hand. I can do anything. So this is our first time to let's make property file, right? Hey, how to make file? Nobody can say I don't know the file. You make file and give name what? Application
Application
dot
get properties.
property
You can try
file. You can
YML
change.
for right now.
You want to make YML?
Yeah,
You are
because
making
we're
my job.
working with the properties.
Okay, okay. Somebody says you want a YAML file, right? Oh my God, you make my job complex, but it's okay. Application.yaml file. Yes. So I do not remember anything. Please allow me to Google. Hmm? So here you see already we have the property file. Can you see this? People.
Yep.
Yes.
So this syntax you have to write in YAML file. So I'm going to online, right? So convert uh, property into YAML file. I know that because I have done it recently. Uh, eh, I can do it, right? You cannot say you cannot do like this. Yes or no?
Hey,
This is my
Nagin,
property file.
if there's Oracle, what do we change in that application property? It will be the
In
same.
that, you have to just change the URL, username, password, and dialect.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Hey, you see my style? Yep. This is the syntax of property file where you're writing
Properties.
key
Yeah.
value pair, and in YAML file you write in the this tree hierarchy format. That's it. So do you think I'm expert to write this YAML file? No, at all. What I did?
Google.
Google, right? You can do it. Not a big deal. Okay. And if you want to write comment, you can use hash. This is configuration file for project. You tell me, do you think I have done this first time? No, at all. Nobody can do like this. Okay. Clear? I know already. Got it? Thank you. Thank you. And the context path, you don't want to keep mobile store. You can make credit card. That's okay. Or you can make, you can give any name, right? What name should be right? Credit card. Okay. Let's write banking, right? Banking 2.0. Hmm? Banking 2. Done. I hope this is clear. I'm done.
Are
My
there some
property
things
file.
optional in the right there in YAML file, or are you just given?
No,
That's
you have
all.
to write everything. Nothing is optional. I just entered only important thing over here.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
I'm designing.
Nagan,
Please.
a quick question, please. So
Quick.
is it ML file? Is it the same as the application properties file? I mean, does it
Exactly.
matter?
Yeah. That doesn't matter. It is the way to supply the information. Either you can
Oh,
supply in key value format, right? Or you can
mm-hmm.
write hierarchy. Spring
Oh, okay.
contains data source contains URL. It is showing over
Mm-hmm.
here. Can you see this? Spring
Uh-huh.
content data source contains URL, password, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's it.
Thank
So
you.
this is the preferred way of taking input. I'm telling you, if you work on the cloud platform, a serverless architecture, right? We'll talk on that. This is in my agenda, right? I'm telling you, in the project, I will cover maximum thing. When you go to the industry, you will never feel, oh, I don't know this buzzword. I don't know this keyword, right? But you
Yes,
just
yes,
be ready
Nagan.
to do hard work. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, see, you don't think if I teach you, you understand, and you can remember it you can understand, that is for sure, but you cannot remember it for a long time, unless and until you make your hand dirty. Mhm. Yeah. So next thing is I'm working in DAO, my dear. So I have to make my entity class. Yep. How? Any guess? Database name, I'm not changing it, or you can change it, right? What? Reddit store DB. And I need to
Again,
give name
here
of,
context path is just a URI, right?
yeah, project name, which you want to. If you don't write it, no need to mention it, right? It is up to you. And this name doesn't matter. What is it?
It
Doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter.
Mhm.
Because in real life, you are going to map with this name with www.rap3techbank.com, some
Okay.
domain name, right? So this
Mhm.
project name, context path, all these things doesn't matter.
It is URI, correct?
Yeah. You just make it for local purpose and eventually you can map. In WS, we have service, right? Route 53 service. I don't know you know it or not. Route 53 service. No problem. I'm
So
going to,
DNS?
there you can map the DNS domain name system. I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you, right? You can access any website by IP, but IP nobody can remember 1.2 dot, right? People can remember www dot, right? Color.com. Make sense? Yeah. The domain name is just a symbolic name given to the IP. That's fine. Hey, what package name? Could you please help me?
DAO.
Yeah,
DAO.
yeah. There should be some common name, right? This is normally your company website name, com.rap3tech dot, right? Geo? Yep. And I'm going to make entity, so I can make entity packages. Okay. My entity name is, any guess? Credit card. Mhm. And you can annotate with which notation? Entity. Entity, what does? Entity is the notation which ensure this class can be mapped with database table. All right. Yes. So if you want to give some table name, you can give the table name. What? Name equals to table. You can give any
Credit
name to it.
underscore card.
Card. All right. You can give any name. It is up to you. Okay. RBL, TBL, whatever. And then primary key is mandatory, right? In entity class, you should know it. CCID, credit card ID. Yeah. Private in order to achieve the encapsulation, name of the card, right? Private string card number CC card CCT. You can do anything, right? Card number CC number and private, right? CBB. It is integer value. I'll show you a very beautiful card. Okay, we can generate it. Name, date of expiry.
Card number is
Um,
also a string.
yeah, you can make integer also, but 16 digits you have to take care of it. Okay, so it is up to you, right? If you have to check, right, what it can store.
Now again,
Uh,
just a quick question, okay? Is out of the text. So if we want to use dollar sign, I mean, if we use pricing, and we want to use dollar sign behind any numbers, so what kind of what we do? Like, I mean, we
then
press string
you have to use currency for it,
currency.
right? And using currency, you can convert it, right? So normally, when you are dealing with the money, right, international, so you have to deal with the, you cannot go with the particular type, right? You
Mhm.
have to mention the currency, accordingly you can convert it. Make sense?
And so example right now, or maybe later.
Yeah. We can see in the projects. But if I go to that, it will be very big thing.
Oh, okay.
So let's in this you can add data. You know data entry, at what time and date it was entered, right? So you can use timestamp. Done. People, you know how to get getter, etc.
No.
Getter, etc. You can generate it.
Shipper class.
See,
Shipper
two-stream method. Yeah. Actually, default constructor is there. Now you can put, ID. ID means you know it, right? Generated value. Please, this you have to mark it, right?
The studies generation type auto.
So I'm not going to map other thing. I'm in hurry, okay? You know it. So my entity class is design. Now I have to make my repository class. Repository, yeah, repository, Spring data. So I'm just putting over here. This is credit card repository. They know you can make DAO also, credit card DAO repository. It is up to you, right? It's up to you. You want to write like this? Do it.
No, I'm saying in the packaging structure.
Okay, that's fine. Name is fine. Here you can use implements. Sorry, extends. One interface extend other interface, right?
Yeah.
This is the interface. So this is JPA repository. And here you can mention your entity type, that is credit card.
Model class.
Credit card. Okay. Now
Integer.
that's okay. That's fine. It is integer primary key of it. My job is done. Oh my God. Spring data JPA, when you make it, it will provide n number of operation into it, right? But if you want to make your own operation, you can do it. In this standard method, we don't have any facility to find my card by. You don't have facility to find it by CC number, right? You don't have facility. How you can do it? Oh man, in this there is a technique. You can just mention the method declaration.
Yeah, find by CC.
Public find by. This is the fixed keyword, right? Find by, and you can write the attribute name and just make it capital, okay? So automatically Spring data JPA will provide the implementation of it. And what you have to return in this case, the credit card, and return optional. Why, man? Because you are not sure data is there or not, right? If you are sure data is there, you can return credit card. Why I'm returning optional? Any guess? Java 8 feature.
It's exception and
Yeah, you understand the convention? Find by attribute name, right? Find by is the fix attribute name. This attribute name must be present in this. You are saying I want to. So who will give the implementation of it? Any guess? Oh wow. Give implementation. Implementation of it. Answer is Spring data JPA. Oh man, this is a very simple thing. Your answer should be, your question should be, can we write very complex code, complex query? Yes, you can do it. Can we write the join? Yes. Can you do this? Yes. Can you do that? Yes. Everything. Can you write my custom query, native query? Yes, you can. Oh, nice. What you cannot? You can do anything. Soon? Done. Hey, anybody have any question query? See guys, in last, if I'm asking question, nobody can say I don't understand. Sir, say yes. Okay. Another thing is I'm going to design which layer? Service layer. Who will tell me why we need service layer? Any reason of writing it?
Business logic.
Service layer is the layer where we write the business logic. How you don't have business logic, you know it. So where you write the business logic? In my
service layer.
The service layer, here your project is very simple. You might not be seeing much logic into it. That's fine. But I can show you the code where you may have 500 lines of code in a method. 500 lines of code, 500 lines of code, right? You can see it, not a big deal. Okay. Done. So let's make another package. And this package, you should follow the convention service. Yep, service. And convention credit service impl. Impl means implementation. Right? Every company has their own convention. Which notation I should use? Service notation.
Service.
Here I can use any notation. I can use service, repository, I can use component. Which notation is good to have? Service, because annotation only gives the what? Semantics, right? What this class is supposed to do. This is acting as a service. Otherwise, which notation is we can use? Any notation. You can use service, you can use controller, right? You can use repository, component. Which one is best to use as per the situation?
Service.
Service.
They all have same functionalities. Do they have any?
Yeah. All are actually, that is called stereotype annotation. Stereotype annotation means role based. Okay. And I'm creating my interface. Allow me. And here I'm going to create a class. Which class? See, this entity class you are not supposed to use in the controller in your REST API. Why? Because you want to make your DAO layer and REST API loosely coupled. We'll talk about it. What I said?
Loosely coupled.
Yeah, I'm making one more class parallel to credit card. I don't want to use this entity class in my REST API. That's why I'm introducing one more class, right? So class name is credit card DTO. You can use VO, DTO. VO and DTO you can use interchangeably. It is up to you. Okay. DTO stand for data transfer object. VO stand for value object. Hello. This I'm just writing in this package. Okay. VO package. Yeah, DTO package. It is up to you. And knowingly,
Nagin, sorry for interrupting you. So one more
let
time,
me-
why we are creating this class? Can you tell me one more time?
Actually, let me tell you, who is going to use this service layer? It is used by your REST API. Say yes.
Yes.
And whatever classes, whatever code you write in the REST API, that whatever classes you use in the REST API, that it should not be the part of DO layer. Why?
Why not?
If you make a part of DO layer, so problem is this REST API and this DAO layer will be tightly coupled. If somebody you want to give this code to somebody else, right? This DAO layer code. Let me tell you. Yeah. If you want to give this code to somebody else, right? You are using some classes of REST API. You have to give your REST API classes also. That is not good, right? As per design principle. What I said? Suppose there is a class, a class is there and same class you are using in DAO. So if you are giving this DAO to somebody else to use it in other project, you have to give some classes of REST API also. Actually, there is a rule that is called separation of the concern. What? Separation of the role. Right? DAO layer should use only their classes, nobody else classes. Got it? That's the reason. So that's why knowingly I'm creating another class. And in this class, I'm just keeping the same attribute, whatever attribute you have in this. Can you see this? Why? It's not mandatory. It's just coincidence. Clear? So classes in DTO, attribute in DTO, and attribute in entity class can be different, or it must be same.
Must be same, I guess.
No. Nothing. This class is nothing to do with the entity class. So in real life, it could be same, it could not.
But attribute supposed to be same, right?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
No.
I think and again the controller is dealing with the DTOs through the whole.
Yeah. Controller is basically dealing with this. So controller basically interact with outside the world, right? So this attribute is decided by outside the world. And credit card attribute is defined by the database schema. Clear? So these attribute and these attribute may be same, may not. So that's why I said it is coincidence. Okay. But in real life, you will see why, man. If you
Can
have
we make
dependencies,
some
right?
different attributes? Can we see?
Yeah. Of course you can make it. Yes, man. Of course you can do it. You want to make it? Let me make one attribute, right? It doesn't matter. But what attribute you want to make? I don't know. Okay. Here, let's add one more attribute. The salutation
String.
I'm using. You can use anything extra.
Or
That's fine.
type, credit card type.
Oh, credit card type should be in database. That's fine. Credit card type. But you can have different attribute. Doesn't matter, right? Not a problem. Okay. Done. Done. Anybody have any question query? No question query. Now you can design your service layer, right? In service layer, what operation you
Two
want to
string.
make?
Did you make two string for the extra?
Yeah, you can update it. I'm lazy.
Okay.
You want to update it? Yep.
No. You're
Delete
good.
it. So, whatever you know it. It's not a big deal. You can do that. Thank you. After that, which operation you want to make? First of all, I want to make a save operation. Okay. And here you can write any name. I'm just using persist today. Persist. Okay. Persist. And what you want to pass into it? Sorry, credit card DTO. Are you following me? Service layer will never take anything from the here is taking not it is taking credit card DTO. Why? Because this input will come from the controller. Am I right? REST API. After that, here what you can auto add any case, I need to auto add my credit card repository. You are not replying.
Yeah. But don't forget to write the auto wire.
Yeah. Done. And here, when you save data into it, credit card repository will say, hey, I need entity class, my entity class. Which one is? Credit card. Credit card is the entity class. I forget to write entity, but it's okay, right? Not replying. So whatever data is coming in this DTO, I want to copy in this as it is because attributes are same. You know it, right? So I can use magic. That is called bean utils. Dot copy property. Source into target. Confused or got it?
Again, can you
Got it,
go
got
over
it.
each line, like number 12 to 21?
Okay. This is my service layer. Service layer wants to use repository, right? So repository class is managed by the Spring container. Can you see this? Already we designed it. Can you see this?
Yes.
So who is giving the implementation of it? Spring boot container. So I'm just auto adding it. Done. So this is the object. You know, this is the object, and this object is using another object, right? And credit card saying this repository says I am extending this interface, and this has many methods, right? Yep. You got it now? After it, input I am getting from where? Who will call this persist method? Any guess?
Controller, is it?
This persist method.
Repository.
Who will call this persist method? Answer is controller. And controller is nothing, is REST API, right? Confused? Hello? REST
No,
API will call this.
yeah, I'm okay now.
This method is going to use card repository. Card repository is saying, hey, I cannot use this DTO. I need only entity class. So you make the object of entity class and copy all the data from here to here and save it. My job is done.
Again, only same attribute are copied and they are written, or I
Really
don't
good question.
understand.
Wait. Source, whatever attribute in the source, right, is there. It must match with the target. If it does not match, that won't be copied. Clear? So which attribute of the DTO will be copied into credit card? Only matching attribute. If attribute doesn't match, it won't be get copied. Remember it. So this is persistent. Hey, you want to add this method in my interface? How you can do that? This annotation. When you put this annotation, it is crying, so you can add it. You have seen my technique? Yeah, this is done. I have just added into it. Next operation which I want to perform is, tell me, find by, you guys are not applying sometime. Find by credit card database ID, right?
Yeah.
What man? Database ID. So here you can pass it. Integer CCID. This is the database ID. So already we have method for it. You know that method, find by ID. Find by primary key. Sir, when you do it, it will return the optional, right? You can use get method, because this much will return the optional, and optional when you use get method, it will return the actual entity. Which one is credit card? The repository always give the entity. So here I don't want to return the entity. Why? If you return the entity, then this method will, when you call it, this method will depend on the credit card, right? Which I don't want it. My service layer method will take the DTO and it will return the DTO. You know why? Because DTO will go to the controller, right? If you return the credit card, then your calling method, calling class, that is controller, will have dependency on credit card, which I don't want. So what I want to do, before returning it, I will make the object of it, right? And again, I can use bean property. What? I would say, hey, source. Now source is what? Result, that is credit card you want to copy into target and return it. People, if you got it, say I got it. Otherwise, say I got confused.
We were not using optional in this.
No, optional is coming, but I just put the gate, right? But it's good to use optional, I would say. Good to use. This is bad code. Can I write the better code if you allow to me?
Yes.
So instead of optional, we
It's
could
a
we could
good
we can do
practice.
this, right? ccid.get.
This is not good, I would say,
But
because
it's,
when you're
we could
passing,
do that.
you can do that. This is bad coding. I don't want to make code complex. That's why I'm doing like this. Right? Let's do this much first. So how many operation I have done? Persist, find by ID. If you want to write delete by ID, allow me. Delete by CCID. Hello. So in case of delete, no need to return anything. There is inbuilt method already. Which method, man? Delete by ID.
Repository, whatever the
Yeah,
repository.
and it does not return anything but magic. Sorry.
Can you check line number 29? It should be credit card to credit card DTO, right? Card DTO.
Just a second. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You are
20.
right. This is source, and it is copied into DTO and return it. That's correct. After that, what I should do next? Any guess? It is up to you, right? What you want to do. I'm just doing CRUD operation. So we did persist, find by CCID, delete, and you can do find all if you allow to me. Find all will be the copy paste of it, right? It is going to return.
Again, is the persist method same as the save, right?
Yeah. You can use any name to it, right?
Oh, okay.
This is the standard method, right? These are the standard method. So I'm going to do find by all. Find all already we have, right? So this will return list of
Credit card.
credit card. You can write over here. Like here, this list you have to this list of the credit card you have to convert list of credit card detail. I can do in one line by using Java 8. Okay, I don't want to do that right now. So you have to make a list. Then only you can return it, right? Yeah.
Again, in line number 32, credit card and credit card detail there, it is trying to match this CCID. What's the purpose of this 32, line number 32?
This one.
Yes.
See, when you call this method, it will return the credit card data against this primary key, right? And this data I want to return back to the REST API. So what I'm doing, I'm just creating a blank object of credit card detail. Then all the data which is coming from database, I'm copying into this target.
Okay.
Then I'm returning back because I cannot return credit card. Why? If I return the credit card from here, your controller will have dependency on this class. I don't want to do that.
So
That's why we are
in
doing.
credit card, it has ID, and then in credit detail, it has like a object, right?
Yeah. Here you are dealing with individual attribute. Here you are dealing with the whole object.
Yeah,
That's the
gotcha.
difference.
Thank you.
Here I am writing find all, right? So this list we have to convert into this list. How? You can use for loop. This is standard method, right? I'm not doing great job. Okay. So credit card, credit cards. After that, you can make the object of one DTO. So one DTO you can one credit card data you can copy into one DTO, right? Yep. After that, you can add created DTO into list like this, right? Finally, you can return it. Hello, you see, this is the most commonly code you are going to use in your daily life to return list of credit DTO from list of credit. So please tell me, you got it or not? How this thing is happening?
Yeah, can you go back? Yeah, line number 747 is it credit cards with the S, right?
Yeah. Let me tell you
Okay.
again. Then here, this is the whole list which is coming from database. I am taking one credit card from the list. Then I'm creating one credit card DTO corresponding to it, and this data I'm copying from here to here in this object, right? Then this object I'm adding in the list. That's it.
Oh, okay.
What if
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
one? So when you do the practice, then you can recall it. I think it's fine, right? My service layer is ready, and this service layer you can use in your controller. API. So this is credit card. What? Credit card. You can give a name to it, right? Credit card API or credit card controller. It is up to you, right? What name? I'm just changing the package name. Allow me. REST.API. Package name you can give anything. And as per the rule, it must be annotated with REST controller. You know it. Hello. And if you want to give some prefix, you can use request mapping. Why? I want my all the REST API should be prefixed with v4 version, right? All my endpoints should be prefixed with /v4. That's why. And here I can auto add my. We'll talk about the versioning in the API more in much detail. Clear? So here I'm going to expose REST API. So which API I'm going to make? I want to make API which can create credit card detail, right? How? And if you allow to me, I'm going to make one more entity DTO class because I want to return some a normal message. So you can make app view. It's become app view, right? How to rename it? Click on it. Done. What I want to return sometime I want to return code and message. Reply and description. Please, this is my custom message, right? I can return, anytime. I hope I'm making myself clear.
Yeah.
Please. Okay. Two string. Here. Done. Formatting, Control A, Control Shift F. Cool. Where we are? We are here. The first API which you want to make is which can return the credit card detail as per ID.
You're missing auto wire on line number 11.
Nice.
Auto wire
If you
annotation.
miss the auto wire, then null pointer exception will come. Public null pointer credit card DTO and get credit card and see there's a naming convention here. You can use get mapping because you want to return something, right? URL is credit cards. Are you following me? Credit cards, this convention. You say I want to get the credit card, which ID I am passing in the URL, right? Variable name. Confused? No. Hello. Credit card and this variable data is coming as a part of the URI. So how you can read in the method parameter using which annotation? Path variable. Path variable is the annotation, and here you can use this name. And in the method parameter data type, right? You can give any name to it. It is up to you. This name and this name must be same as this name. And here you can write anything, Papa, whatever you want to write, right? Doesn't matter. Same name you have to use. And this name could be anything, okay? Yep. But this name and this name must be matched. But you should use some nice name like this. Okay. After that, I would say, hey, my service, can you give me the data? Find by CCID. Make sense? Yeah. And same data, you can return it back. Hey, it's clear or you got confused? People.
It's clear.
That's clear.
Can you repeat that typecast? This CCID is typecasting, right?
Where I'm typecasting? No. I'm reading this value from the URI using this annotation. Path variable is used to read the data from the URI and bind with the method parameter. The data type you can decide, right? It could be string, it could be long, it could be boolean, depend on this type. You should know in advance, okay? So next thing is I want to make the API which can return you all the credit card. What man? Like here, no need to pass anything. If you don't, this URL is having this ID. This URL does not have anything. URI, sorry. So here you want to return everything. What do you need to do? List of. And then here you can write another method, find all. Fine. Oh my God. Actually, I forget to add this method in the interface. Okay. No, find all is there. Oh dear. Hey. Actually, I forget to remove this input, right? It is not supposed to, if you are fetching all the data, you are not supposed to take any input. Am I right? By mistake, I forget to remove it. Okay. People, do you understand my mistake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you can write control space bar, find all. Done. And in this parameter, you are not supposed to take anything. Blank. Huh? Yep. It's clear to you? Import it. So this API will give you a particular credit card detail. This will give you all the credit card detail. Now I'm going to make another API which will create that resource. How? Mapping will be post mapping. Say yes.
Yep.
And here URL will be same credit cards because this URL and this differs in terms of method post and get. After that, you would say here post credit card, right? And what you are going to return? You are going to return custom message, right? What message? Custom. That already we have done. You remember? Yeah. What message you want to return? Message you want to return in the JSON of your choice. This DTO you can make as per your choice. App, video. Like here you can write the status code. Status code will tell you about the action, what kind of operation is. 200 is for success. You know it? Yeah. And you can write the message here. Sorry. App dot send credit
Send message.
credit card details is uploaded. You can write anything, doesn't matter. Uploaded successfully. Done. And here it is a string. I think that's why it's crying. So let's make a string. Hey, I will teach you the status code, right? Status code 200, 300, 400, 500. I'll teach you in much detail. Okay. Okay. And you can return this object. When you return it, it will be converted into the JSON data. Like here, you can use another annotation. Status response status. Why? In that you can mention the code. Right? Created means your record is created, right?
Sending the
You
data.
can use created. Created means 201. Which operation we use to create the record? Not replying, man. I'll kill you. Why you're not replying? What I said? What is status code? What does?
201 post.
201.
Post.
Right. Yeah, if you are fetching the data, you can use 200. 200 means okay.
Success.
You would say again, how I can remember all this? I would say don't remember it. You just learn with me. Okay. Yeah. So you got today created and all this thing. Yep. Okay means your operation is performed successfully. Got my point? If you allow to me, I can make another operation delete. Like for delete, everything will be same. Only you can change what? This method. Can you see this? Yeah. Hello. Everything is same. And what I'm going to call here, delete. And this method is not there. Remove by. And this is not returning anything, right? Right. So what you can return, you can create your custom message and return it. Allow me. Allow me. So what message you can give? Credit card detail is deleted successfully. I hope I'm making myself clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
The operations are
it's
done.
clear.
So today we
Post
are at the
mapping.
same page. Whatever I have done,
Food mapping.
post mapping.
Food mapping. Sorry.
Okay, he said, and again you forget one more operation, right? But that update operation we haven't done, right? But it's okay, I can do that. Allow me. Dot. Here I have to call the method persist. Guys, I did one mistake. When you are doing post, right? Here we are not going to use this ID only. We are going to take whole data. Yes or no? In the JSON,
Yes.
you can use request body. That mistake I did. No? Yes. So you know this technique or not? Yeah. Huh? Please ask questions. Like here, let me tell you. If you want to call this method, there may be different style of it. Let me make a diagram for you. This method is there. So tell me, as per this design, this method will take data in which format? JSON format. Same code I can design like this also. Allow me. Here I can use add model attribute. Hello? So your question may be when I should use model attribute and when I should use. Here I'm not going to use request param. Why? Because I'm going to take not one or two attribute. I'm take multiple attributes. Good. So when used to use request body and when you use model attribute. Like here from the client side, you have different way to send the data. If you are sending your data in JSON format, you know, client send always a request and request contains two things, header and body. Yes, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
In header, what goes? Answer my question. In header, what goes? I can tell you today. In header, you send some metadata. What? What is the client IP? What encoding time you are using? What URL you are going to hit? Which method you are using? What is your accept? What is the content type? Many more, right? Another one is which I forget it. That will tell you your current URL also. You send that also. Okay. So when I use a model attribute here, sorry, when I use request body, any guess? When your data is in JSON format, can you see this? If you are sending data in JSON format, what you have to use over there?
Request body.
Request body. So we have different way to sending the data. That is the one way to sending the data, and your method is post 100%. Yeah. Any confusion if you have? In this situation, when you make a request and your data is in the body, of course, then you have to use which annotation to read the value from the body. Your request body is saying, I am the annotation which can read the data from incoming request body and convert into Java object. Here, JSON to Java object conversion takes or not? JSON is going to be converted into object. How? Who is going to help you for this job? Any guess? Jackson Mapper. Yeah. Jackson Mapper framework. Internally, it's not your job. Okay, another way of sending the data is the same thing, right? You can use post method, but instead of sending data as a JSON in the body, you can send as a form parameter. Wait, what is the form parameter? Form is another way of sending the data, right? So you can use here form, right? Say yes, like this.
Yep.
Basically, you can same data, right? You can use a form and you can send it. In form, your data will go like this: name equals to e and ampersand. Age equals to. You understand the both the technique? If you are sending your data Reply.
Is form more organized?
No. Actually, this is not more organized, I would say. JSON is more readable. Okay, this is the form style, right? Sometimes you have to send data from the GUI, then you can use form.
Okay.
We'll talk on that. Okay, I'll show you. So please, but if you are using mobile device, mobile. In this case, you will use JSON. Right? So sometimes we can use when you use JSON, then server side you have to use request body. When you are sending data in the form, you have to use model attribute. But in REST API, right? We never assume data is come normally from the form, right? We always expect it should come from the generic client, which we don't know about it, right? So which one is the preferred approach to use? Request body and model attribute?
A request.
Request body.
Model attribute maybe.
In request body, benefit is your data could be any format. It could be XML, it could be JSON, right? Which one is more flexible?
Request body then.
Request body. Got it? I'm done with my job. Next thing is, if you want, I can run it and show you. Okay, let's try. How to run the project?
Go to the main.
And you should do practice of this much, man. You should able to write this much code without doing anything, without referring anything. That would be nice. Oh, I
You
forget
have
to
to
write my
create
main
main.
class. Main.
Main. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm going the opposite direction. That's why. Oh, main is main,
But
right?
I think this direction I understand
Main.
better.
Exactly. But you know the many things. Cool. Hey, which notation we have to use on top of it? And one more thing. This package in which your main resides, it must be the super package of all the packages. Otherwise, your code will not run. Remember it. But it is not mandatory, right? But it is. It should be. It should be clear. Parent. Can you see this?
Yeah.
com.wrap3. I do it knowingly. Please remember it. But tomorrow I can tell you it's not mandatory. But for today it's mandatory. Hey, I mugged it. Which notation we have to use?
Spring Boot application.
Spring Boot application. Spring Boot application. You don't remember, it's fine. If you remember, it's okay. And here I know you remove boot from here. Only write Spring application and dot run.
Dot
That's
run.
dot run. And here you can write the same name as a class name.
Dot class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the syntax, right? Now you can run it. Run a Java application. So I am using same configuration. It is going to run on push port number. Tick, tick, tick. 4444, right? Let's come to the Postman. In Postman, this URL is common, right? But you have to use the context path. Where is my context path? Yeah, banking too, right? Hey, confused? No.
Yeah.
This is my base URL. After that, you have to come to your Red API. Tomorrow, I will teach you Swagger. Here, every URL should be prefixed with v4. I design it, right? Slash v4, right?
V4 credit cards.
After that, you have to use the URL pattern. You have to use credit card. Can you see this? Yeah, post, right? Done. So here you have to use post, say yes. In body,
Yeah.
you have to choose raw and JSON. These two things, raw and JSON. Because you are saying I want to send raw data in the body and format is JSON. You can see what data you need, right? Match it. CCID will be auto-generated. You have to send the name, right? You can give any name to it. I don't care. Second thing, CC number, credit card number. We'll generate it tomorrow automatically, right? But today I'm just going to, add it manually. Okay. And CBB number, it is 3-digit number, already. And expiry date, it is string, so you can write anything. 25. Comma, right? Balance. I don't know. Balance is integer, so this much. This you can auto generate. Extra, I'm not sending it, right? Sir, my input is ready. Yes or no? Look here, I forget one thing. In my controller, right? Say yes. In my controller, when you are calling this in the persist method, allow me. What I want to say? In my credit card, I want to say date. You know how to say it? Date of entry. Timestamp. You know how to make timestamp? Nobody replying.
No,
You
sir.
can make an
No.
object.
No,
If you don't know,
God.
if you don't know, learn with me. Timestamp. You see my style? Yeah. Make an object of timestamp, and timestamp says you cannot make me directly. Oh, how? I can make an object of date, and from date I can fetch time as a milli. Eh? Get time, sorry. So I got timestamp, and you can set it. Got the style?
Got it.
This code what does? Creating instance of timestamp. Done. Now, see my project, when I'm doing it, my project is not restarting automatically. If you want to do it, you have to just add one jar. You want to do it? Dev tool dependency, one jar you can add.
Yeah, can we do it?
Dev tool dependency Maven. My friend, can you help me? Yeah, you can go it and give me a second. You just add it, right? You know where to add POM. What is the benefit of it? This will restart your project. If you do any change, automatically it will reflect. No need to mention the version. I think it will take automatically. Okay. Try. You just whenever you update your POM, if you can update this Maven, that's fine. Sometime it takes, sometime it doesn't. That is okay. I'm not doing. Hey, why I did that change? Any guess?
You want
Because of
automatically.
yeah. If after that you can make some changes and see the magic. I'm going to make changes. Suppose I am adding some comment, right? Yeah. Can you see this? Automatically whole project restarted. Changes will reflect. Sir, you are not replying. I'm not using version. You know why? Because if you don't mention the version, it will take which version by default?
Stable version.
Parent version. Whatever parent version you mention in this, it will take this. Actually, it is designed like this, right? Spring. This is the Spring Boot architecture. Which version it is taking? Parent version. Which version it is taking? Parent version. Clear?
Clear.
You have to say yes. Yeah. After that, you can see, always make practice to run your project in debug mode. Why? Because when you click on it and you put some debug point here, hey, you got confused.
No, it's still
Huh?
clear.
In controller, I'm just putting one debugger here. Yes. After it, you just come fast. Tick, tick, data is ready. Click on this.
Why you put debug point after you run it?
Because I'm lazy, right? Because lazy means I don't know. I'm not very confident, right? I want to see line by line execution. Clear?
So
And
that means you
debug
can
point
put
you
it
can.
after you run it.
Yeah. You can put anytime, man.
Oh, okay.
Right? Smart people normally put debugger after running the project. Okay. Oh, it's not. Can you see this? It came over here, and all the data is here, right? Yep. You want to see line by line? Yeah. It's done. Yeah. When I'm calling persist method. Hey, it's not showing the queries, right? You have to do some setting. So, sir, it is completed, right? You want to see data? Somebody saying yes. You have to go to the database, right? You know how to see database? Yes. Refresh it. And which one is my database? Credit card something? C. Yeah. Table is here. So if you want to fetch data, what you have to use? Here data entry is date of time, date and time. And you want to use one to fetch it. How to fetch it? Any case, you can mention here one, Noor, and method get. Already we
Yes.
designed the endpoint. It will give
Yeah.
you the detail of it. Yeah. So you want to post another detail you see in the history? Smart people. I want to use.
Master card.
So, yeah, master
Mm.
and CC number. You just change 1 or 2 digit. expiry date, you can change this one.
When I submit post, I mean, I don't know, for me, it's just giving me like a 500, something like that error. I
No,
mean,
no, 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 no. Not
it's
acceptable.
Postman.
You may be doing some mistake, right? Now use get method and same, it will return all the record. Can you see this? But if you give the ID after it, it will give you the particular one. Nice, we
Particular
did it.
exact one, yeah.
If you want to delete it, you delete it. My job is done. Fine. I don't know. You guys got this much. I said I will cover in 30 minutes. I don't know. It take more than that. I think yes. It took 1 hour.
Can you go back
That's
to
okay.
Postman again?
Sure. Let me. Okay, no problem. Let me record it. Yeah. Ask questions.
Okay, can you say post? Can you post? Do the post call again for the master?
Yeah. History is there, and you can go to the body to see the input what you are sending. Right. If you send the same input, it will create one more record with the same detail.
Okay.
Only database ID will be different. Clear?
Okay.
So yeah, it's okay, right? You can use some other detail like this. Yeah, fine. CBB number. This expiry date is. It is up to you. 29. So one more record is created. It is in debug mode. Can you see this? So you have to come over here and you would say resume. Debugging will make you master in that. Okay, that is my agenda. But whatever I have done today, I want you just go and do the same thing, not less than, not more than that. Okay, because this API you have to make again and again here